do we have all the things? Do we have all the things, Pi? All right, good morning, everyone. Still very early. Okay. Hey, Violet. So, Pi has been coerced to be here again today. I plan on getting her super stoned in the little cat opium den back there. Let's see, where is... Cool. Copy the playlist link. Hi, Steph. I just feel so lucky that I get to hang out with Steph all the time online. I know, so good. Okay, I think it's time for Pi to get high, so I'm gonna grab her little catnip dime bag. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. So she's like, what's that? Okay. So my dear friend Nicole and Bianca dropped us off a little care package, and Bianca grows her own catnip, and she straight up delivered it like this. Hi, you want some shit? She's like, oh yeah, Mom, let's go. This is called the kitty cat wake and bake. Come on. Right here. Oh my goodness. Last little piece. There you go. Drugs. You like that? That's a great idea, Emma. And they just like drink it. If I made you catnip tea, would you drink it? I think she would. Pi, should I put some of these in your little tent? Another little dose? Oh my gosh, yeah. There she goes. She's in. Oh, wow. Okay, so catnip tea, huh? Also, cat news. I tried to shave Pie's butt, and it kind of went okay. She had a really rough day at the barber, you know? You can't tell from this far away, but if you get some up close butt, it's a rough job. We don't have time for dingleberries today, okay? Not in 2021. Okay, Tracy, focus. So listen, I just been feeling weird, okay? Like ever since last Wednesday, I just feel really sensitive and just weird. So today we're going to be doing a very grounding flow. We're going to be working with feet. We're going to be working with ankles. We're going to be taking some postures from Ashtanga Primary Series. And we're going to be working in some postures. If you took classes with me at Soho, kind of like fuse stuff, so some standing and balancing work. We are going to start on the ground doing strap work. So grab a strap or anything that resembles a strap, a tea towel, a tissue, not a tissue, that'll probably rip. You can use anything, really. So let's get going. I'm going to turn off my heater because I think it's warm enough now. Ugh. Yeah. You ready for this shit now, Pie? You got your little wake and bake? You got your wake and bake? Okay. So we're going to get started laying down. Yay. I love laying down. Oh, so I'll just have the strap nearby. We'll lay all the way down onto our back. We'll keep our knees bent. I want your feet wide, but your knees knocked together. So you have an internal rotation or more of an adduction going on with your thighs. This shape will return a little bit later. And then just lay down comfortably on your back. Let's take some big breaths here together. Full, complete inhales and exhales. I want you to top to bottom scan your little body and pick up on any of the interesting messages it has for you today. So for me, my body says, hey, I'm a little tired, I'm a little apprehensive, I'm not sure about life. And I'm like, thanks, body, that's very interesting. We're going to do this movement class, and let's see how you feel afterwards. Now, we're going to start to do some movement with your legs. So we're going to just windshield wipe the legs side to side. So both knees over to the right, back through center, and all the way over to the left. And I want you to keep going side to side just like this. What you see, Pie? She's getting some leftover shake from earlier. Now, let's keep both knees over to your left-hand side. They're separated, right? Because we set them up to be that way. And then we'll pick up this left leg, rest it on top of the right, and allow the weight of the left leg to anchor the inside right knee closer to the ground. I like to really lengthen out through my right side waistline and feel the stretch all the way into my hip. All right. Let's keep the connection here. Pull this whole situation back to center. You should land in a figure 4. Now, if you're feeling the stretch in your hip just like this, perfect, stay. If you need some sensation, bring the right knee in. Maybe you grab the back of the hamstring, maybe the front of the shin bone. Wow. My booty says hello, good morning. There she goes. All right, let's release this right foot back down. We'll unhook the figure four. Back to wide position in the legs, knees knocked together. Rock the leg side to side. And we'll keep both knees over to our right hand side. Yay! We'll pick up the right leg, place it just on top of the left, and allow the weight of the right leg to bring the inner left knee closer to the ground. Ooh. Hip things. Great. Now let's keep the connection here. We'll rock everything to center for a figure four. I've got the little bony part of my ankle to the outside of my femur bone. If you feel it, you can stay. If you need more, pull it in. Hands can come to the back of the ham or the front of the shin bone. Wow. All my little joints. And all the while that you're working these stretches, again, trying to just stay in contact with the breath, the feeling, the sensations, the conversation your nervous system is having with you. Now let's release, unhook the figure four, and let's grab up our strap. We're going to take our legs for a walk. How does that sound? Wonderful. Let's stick your right foot into the strap. And I want you to be really low on this strap, and you'll see why. If you've got stuff around you, be careful. You can also do this without a strap if you don't have one. It's okay. I want you to guide the leg out to the right-hand side. Sweep it towards the front of your space and up towards the ceiling. So we're just kind of creating these half moon circles with the leg. As I go out to the side, my left leg kind of wings out a bit to make sure that my core stays in control. Now, the next time you take it all the way back up to center, I want you to reverse the pathway. So take the heels straight down in front of you, then out and around to the side. Ooh. Great. The next time you come all the way back up to center, let's hold. And let's get a little more space here, whether that's by lengthening out through your left leg. You can point and flex the top foot. That'll always change the sensation in the hamstring and calf. You can also stay with a bent left leg if you're not feeling ready for full extensions today. All right, time for your IT band. Let's maintain a flexed right leg. Left hand is going to grab the strap. Take the right leg across the midline and then turn your right set of toes down to the ground so you're sickling your foot. So imagine as if you just rolled your ankle right here. Now, I like to pull my femur head down into the socket, and you can do that by kind of gently tugging on your strap here a little bit. Whew. All right, let's take the sickle out of the foot, bring the leg back to center, switch. Left foot comes in, right leg comes down. Again, the bent leg is going to be helpful as we take these big sweeps. Take the leg out to the side, sweep down and around. What's up, Pi? All right, we'll do two more and then we'll switch our direction pathway. Great, back up to center. Heel chop down to the ground. Then I actually do externally rotate my legs, so know that it's okay to do that. Last 3, 2, And one, all the way back to center. And let's deepen here, whether that's by lengthening out through your right leg. Wow, night and day difference over here from the right and left hand side for me. Come on, baby. And then again, you can point and flex this left foot. Wow, that flexion is intense. Great. Now let's maintain the flex and get into your IT band, drawing the leg across the body. If your butt lifted a lot, try to bring it back down to the ground and we'll sickle the foot. That's how we're going to access the outside of the hip. When the butt leaves the ground, it just turns into a twist. And we want to think about not exactly twisting through our spinal column. So again, I like to give myself that little tug on the strap so that I'm dropping my femur bone back into the hip. Great, let's take it back to center. Release the strap off your foot. Place the strap off to the side or towards the top of your mat, just in case you need it later. And then let's hug both of our knees in. We'll rock a whole bunch of times to get our spines nice and warm. And then we'll go all the way back into downward facing dog. So however you like to get there. You can roll and step back. You can hop back. But this is our first downward facing dog. So take your time here. Hopefully your hamstrings feel pretty awake and open this morning. And you can pedal out your legs. You can shake out your butt. And then find some stillness. Nice. Lift up your heels nice and high, bend into your knees, look towards the top of your space, and let's take a big step there. Feet can be hip-width distance apart. That's what I prefer. Nice. Now, I just want you to hang in a fold. Yeah. And then soften your knees and roll yourself up to standing nice and slow. Nice. Now, once you make it all the way up to standing, we're going to do a gentle introduction to some side body stretches. So we'll glue this left hand onto your thigh. Right arm is going to reach up to the sky. I want you to slide the left hand down as your right arm reaches up and over. Think about opening your armpit up to the sky as opposed to turning the chest down, and really reach and extend through your right arm. Nice, take it all the way back through center, use those abs. Woo! Right hand is gonna slide down, left arm is going to reach up and over. Oh my goodness. Nice, let's take it all the way back towards center. Sweep both of your arms all the way up to the sky. And then let's forward fold, take it all the way down to the ground. Heel toe your feet together until your big toes touch. Show me what a halfway lift looks like. So lengthen out through your spinal column. Try to extend your butt cheeks behind you. And with your exhale, let's crouch and curl. Fingertips touch the earth. Lift your heels, bend your knees to 90 degrees. So we're not dropping our hips all the way down to the heels yet. I want you to levitate that ass over the heels. Contract, pull navel to spine and draw chin to chest. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen the legs, drop the heels. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Now let's try this Ashtanga style. I want you to try to pull your navel in towards the spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. And think about looking up at your belly button here. So you're really curling everything in and up. Now think about rolling the inner thighs away from each other to spread out your butt cheeks. I know, what a visual, what a thought, huh? Whew. All right, now show me your halfway lift again. And with your exhale, fold. Let's rise all the way up to standing, sweeping the arms up. And let's bring hands to heart center. Now I want you to create a steeple grip at your heart space. So interlace all 10 except for your index here. Squeeze the inner thighs together hard. I'm really zipping everything from pubic bone down towards my heel. Arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Let's side body stretch over to your left-hand side. Nice, back to center. Side body stretch over to the right. Come back to center. Look up towards your thumbs. Look up, reach back, get a little back bend. And then forward folds, take it down. Nice, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, crouch and curl. Fingertips to ground. Lift the heels, bend the knees around the spine. And then forward fold with the option of curling the navel in towards the spine and chin to chest. Rise all the way back up to standing. We're going to do this 2 more times. Hands come towards heart center. Interlace, create the steeple grip. Reach everything up. And side body stretch over to your left. Good, back to center, up and over towards your right. Everything back to center, get a little back bend, look up, reach up, squeeze. Nice, forward fold, take it all the way back down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, crouch and curl, lift your heels, bend the knees, round the spine. And then forward fold, option to pull nose in towards your navel and look up at the belly button. Great, let's go up to standing 1 more time. Sweep the arms up. Hands are going to come to heart center. Create that same steeple grip. This time we're going to go for an extended hold. So I'm just going to face you for this one. Reach everything up. Side body stretch over to the left and hold. Now I want you to breathe here. This is going to challenge your core a lot, especially depending on how deep you're going into the side body stretch. Squeezing the inner thighs together is going to protect the low back. 10 seconds. Think about wrapping that under armpit forwards. Good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take it all back to center. Holy shit. Let's do that on the other side. I have not done these side body stretch holds in a very long time. Like so many things that have died in quarantine, include this little routine for myself. So reach, reach, reach. Tracy, insensitive. Choose different words. Many things that have changed. 10 seconds. Stay with me. Breathe. Elongate. Reach. Under armpit wraps. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take it all back to center. Nice. Biggest back bend yet. This time, let's open up the arms into a goalpost. Push the hips forward. Lift the chest up. Keep breathing. And then forward fold. Take it all the way down. Nice. Halfway lift. Lengthen out through your spine. Exhale again. Crouch and curl. Fingertips to mat. Wrap and round. Now release your heels down. Do 1 more of those nice tight curls up in this forward fold. And then bend into your knees and let's go into a chair position. So arms are going to reach towards the upper hand corner. My weight distribution, I want to try to get it back into my heels. So perhaps you flare your toes up off of your space and lift them up. Nice. We're going to be doing a few different chair holds in this class today. We're going to be doing some interesting things, a little different from what we normally do. Good, stick with me, stick with yourself. Last 5. Good, 4. Sit a little bit deeper for 3. Good, for 2. Nice, and 1. Bring yourself all the way up towards standing. Now, I want you to open up the feet just a little bit. Knock your knees together. So you're doing that adduction and that slight internal rotation we were doing earlier, just not as wide as everything else, yeah? This time I want you to reach your arms forward in front of you and connect all 5 fingertips together, so straight out in front. Start to sit back into a chair and slide your knees forward. Perhaps the heels lift just a little bit up and off of your mat. Now the depth is up to you. You can go even as low as just floating up and off of your heels here. Oof. Last 3. Nice, last 2. And 1, let's take it all the way up. Ooh. And release everything down. Try to keep your hands right out in front of you here. Widen out the feet a little bit more. No knock knees. Lift up high onto your big toe ball mounds. Heels are up. Again, bend into the knees. Start to slide your way down that invisible wall. Now the knees are going to go forward beyond your ankles here. Strengthen to the thighs. Stay with me. I know it's a tough one. Breathe. How low can you go? For me, not so far today, which is why I'm avoiding it and talking to your face. Stay there for 5. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Nice. And 1, all the way back up to standing. Release the heels down and release your arms down by your side. Nice work. So let's go into a hip width distance apart. You should be pretty close to there. And we're going to work into our first little bit of single-legged balancing. I want you to take your weight over into your right foot, picking up your left heel, and we're going to work into tree pose. So the sole of the foot can come to the inner ankle, or the inside of the calf, the inside of the inner thigh even. And I want you to create some pressure if you're in that thigh of the foot into that space. Now we're going to be doing an extended period on this right leg. So it's going to be very normal for you to feel some burning in the foot and ankle. I can't describe it any other way. Nice. Now, once you have that nice set of external rotation in the hip, let's find what you want to do with your hands. They can stay at heart center. They can reach up to the sky. They can reach out. You can create a mudra, whatever you want to do. They can also reach behind you and you can create a reverse prayer situation. Nice. You've got about 15 more seconds here. Good, last 5. Now, if your hands are in another position, I want you to bring them back into this heart center space. Release this tree pose and bring this left leg right in front of you. Keep a 90-degree angle in the leg. Bring your chest down towards your thigh, and let's scoop underneath the foot. Now, this is a big opener for your back. If it's difficult to grab the bottom of your foot, you can always step into a strap. Yeah, so that's why we want to keep those handy just in case. Now, this is your level 1. Level 2 of this shape is going to be kicking the foot forward in front of you. Toes want to pull back towards you. And again, you want to stay nice and low, sticking with that 90-degree angle in the leg. Your level 3, chin towards your chest, look down at your right big toe, and try to connect your forehead towards your knee. Here for 8. Nice. Now let's reverse these steps, bringing yourself all the way up. Back butt cheek is burning for me. Try to take this left knee in alignment with the other, and we're going to work into our dancer's pose. Capture the inside edge of your left leg. I know it feels a little bit early, but you can always just stick with a quad stretch here instead of your dancers. Kick the foot into the hand, feel some space. Start to lean forward. Arm is going to extend out right in front of you. Fingertips towards the front of your space. Big opening across the chest. I know. Right foot angry. Ten more seconds in this hold. My body feels warm. Last 3. Last 2. Nice, and 1. Can you bring it all the way back to single-legged? You want to kick it out? Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down. Nice work. I know that was a lot of time to spend on just your right foot, that poor little foot. Okay, let's do it on the other side. So weight is going to shift into your left foot, and your right leg is going to come into its tree pose variation. So ankle, knee. Well, you want to avoid the knee, but above the knee into the inner thigh is also epic, amazing. That's where I like to go. So this can be a super happy place, yeah? This can be where you capture the breath, you regulate a little bit inside, because some of those other shapes can make me feel a little panicky. Now think about the pathway your arms took on the first side. Perhaps they want to replicate that or create something different. So you get to be creative here. Your body, your choice, your pathway. All right. Let's all meet back with hands at heart center. And we'll take this right leg in front of you in that 90-degree shape. Now your body is going to come to the leg as opposed to the leg coming to you. So down you go. I want you to grip underneath the foot. Try to get your thumbs under there too. And then stamp that foot kind of down into the hands. Now you can stay right here. Also, the strap is available. Or you can kick and extend through the leg towards the front of your space. Think about elongation through that stabilizer leg as well. So this is that level 2. Again, any of these 2 levels are good. You can also take your chin towards your chest, look down at your left big toe, and try to bring your forehead towards your knee. Eight seconds. All right, let's release it, reverse it. Ooh. Once you're up, try to bring the heel in towards the butt. Capture the inside of the foot. Everything's on fire, I know. Now you can stick with a little quad stretch here. You just lengthen the tailbone out. Or you start to kick the foot into the hand and go into that standing bow. So left arm wants to reach straight forward in front of you. Ten seconds. Nice. Last 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way back up. I know your left foot wants to fall off. Can you extend this right leg in front of you? For 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Nice. Shake out that left foot a little bit. And then just stand on both of your feet for a moment. And even though they felt like they wanted to fall off a second ago, I want you to just feel the blood rush back into them. And then let's forward fold. Hands are going to come down to the ground. Step back into high plank position. Good. I'm not going to do too many of these high planks today. So let's do a little shift forwards and backwards. Modifications available on all 4s. Good. Take a big breath in here. And with your exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. Feel the stretch into those calf muscles. Pedal everything out a little bit. And then find some stillness. And taking in a little gratitude for that stillness. Right leg is going to lift up to the sky. Let's open up your hip and bend into your knee. Now square the hip, lengthen out the leg, pull the knee towards your nose, and step through into a low lunge position. High crescent, stack your shoulders up above your hips, and reach your arms up overhead. Take an inhale breath. With your exhale, find warrior two. Open up your heart towards the left-hand side of your space. I like to deepen a little bit into my back leg. Lengthen out through your right leg. Reverse trikonasana. Get some space into the right side body. And then take yourself all the way back into your warrior two, but adjust into side angle. Right arm down, left arm up towards the sky. Nice. Let's take it all the way up and back to reverse trikonasana. And then we're going to go into a revolved lunging shape here. Rebend into your front knee. Pivot off the back foot. Hands through heart center. Left elbow on top of right thigh. Now feel free here if you need something deeper. You can always put the armpit onto the knee. Open up through your arms. Or even bind if you need that today. Good. If you have any binds or deeper adventures you went on, release them. And then let's square back down towards the ground. Left leg is going to lift up to the sky in a standing split. So lots of space into this right leg. It's been doing a lot of work. If some movement feels good here, sometimes it's nice to give little taps and little lifts. You can absolutely do that. But we'll be in this standing split for 5 more seconds. All right, let's soften into our standing leg. Step the left foot all the way to the back. And step your right foot also towards the back, high plank. Shift forward, bend your elbows to 90. Upward facing, show me your back bends, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift up the hips. Again, a little reset with your breath, with the body. And let's work into our second side, left leg lifts. Hip is gonna open, bend into the knee. Now square the hip, lengthen the leg. Draw knee towards your nose, step through to a low lunge. High crescent, stack your shoulders up above the hips, reaching your arms up overhead. And then move into your warrior two. Open up your heart towards your right hand side and adjust your right foot back. Markers you can look for: left heel bisecting the inner arch of the right foot. Now take your arms into that T shape. Good. And we're going to work into reverse, opening up the side body, lengthening out through the left leg. Nice. Now rebend into the front knee, work into your side angle. Left arm down, right arm high. Think about wrapping the hip underneath you. Good. Back into your reverse trikonasana. Left leg long, left arm up and back. And now we'll go into our twist. Rebend into the front knee, pivot off this back foot. Sometimes for me it takes a little bit of a hop. Right elbow onto the left thigh, twist. Hands can work towards heart center. You can also dive the armpit into that knee area for a deeper twist. Arms can open, arms can bind. Binding is of course going to be that tougher option and variation for you here. Deep breaths into that belly. And then we'll release, square down to the ground, standing splits. Right leg lifts up to sky. Ooh. Now again, you can just find stillness here. You can find some movement. Maybe that looks like taps and lifts. I just like to do a couple of these, almost doing some self PNF stretching. So it kind of releases the hamstring and allows me to get a little bit longer. Good, now let's bend into the left knee, big step to the back of our mat, high plank. And then take chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Nice. Now lower the knees to the ground, down into a tabletop position. Cross the right foot on top of the left, so square on top. You're not crossing the ankles. Right foot on top of left. Have a seat all the way back onto your feet. If you don't feel the release, walk the legs closer together. Cross the feet more. And then feel the pressure of the top of the right foot into the inner arch of your left. I know it's agony. Now let's lean forward and switch out the feet. So now left goes on top of right. And sometimes it takes a little adjustment to find the sweet spot. And for me, the sweet spot is the most painful spot. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, Tracy, I'm not into pain. Thanks, but no thanks. All right, take it forward, uncross the feet. And then I want you to just sit your butt onto your heels and do one of a couple things. Enjoy the moment, take a sip of water. Say hello to your animals. Or you can intensify the stretch by lifting your knees up off the ground. Maybe you're feeling like you have some energy you need to release. And I've got an option for you too. Hands onto the ground, right by your knees here. You'll press into the tops of the feet, lift up your hips, and pull the knees in towards the chest. So you'll do this for a couple rounds. It's kind of like a pike lift, or you can always turn it into a jump. So that'll get your blood pumping, yeah? So either of those options, we've got 20 more seconds here. There you go. That's it. You're almost there, guys. Last 5. Nice. And then let's go back into downward facing dog. This is going to be our last standing bit. After this, everything is on the ground. All right, right leg lifts. Hip opens. Good. Square off, lengthen out the leg. Pull the knee towards your nose, step through, low lunge. High crescent. Very good. Now I want you to take your arms behind you and interlace the fingers at your low back. Good. You can keep your thumbs right here or find some extension. Let's lean forward, hovering the belly up off the thigh. Push off of your left foot, and we're finding our airplane shape, modified version of our warrior 3. Again, it's a lot of work, balance, feet. You can also work into your top wing tree, so you can take your chest lower towards the earth. Nice, last 3. Last 2. And 1, return the foot to the ground. Bring yourself all the way up through center and pivot your feet towards your left-hand side. Now I'm going to go a little internal rotation. Hinge forward through your wide-legged fold. Maintain your bind for another breath in. And a breath out. Good. Release the arms down. And hang out here for a couple more breaths. So good. Now lift up like you're in a halfway lift. I want you to look towards the back of your space, bend into your knees, and pivot in that direction. Lift up into that standing split. Another 5-second hold here. With the option, if you want to work on some handstands, you can absolutely do that. You can lean and press. You can do hops. All right. Now, we'll meet back into this standing split. I want you to take your right knee all the way down to the ground to the outside of your left heel and come all the way down onto your butts. Now, our butts want to be nice and firm onto the ground here. Right elbow is going to come across the body, over the left thigh into a twist. Now, I want to look over my left shoulder and think about a lot of height. As soon as I straightened up, one of my vertebrae popped. So that's good. That's what I'm looking for here. Nice. Take it back through center. Counter twist over to the right. And I want you to keep your body over towards this right hand position. Flex into your feet. We're going to lift our butt cheeks and swivel around, almost facing into like a wide-legged fold towards our original front. Walk the hands forward, step the feet back, downward facing dog. If you need the chaturanga, roll forward, take it. And then we'll move back in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up, hip opens. Square off, lengthen the leg, pull knee to nose, step through low lunge. Into your high crescent you go. And then work the arms behind you, find your bind. Once you interlace, you can keep the thumbs at heart center, or at your tailbone center, or you can elongate, lean forward, and let's take off into your airplane shape with chest expansion. You can stay right here in this warrior 3 prep, or you can topple your tree. I always need to bend my standing leg a little bit if I do this topple inversion. Now let's step it back, lift yourself up, pivot back towards the center line, and fold all the way down. Now try to maintain your chest expansion grip for one more breath in. And then release the hands down. Ooh, you can reach for the outsides of the feet. You can also reach your arms between your legs and find some depth here. If you're playing with handstand, or not your handstands, but your headstands, and it's been a while, this is a great opportunity to play. For me, when I work my headstands, I like to bring my arms into 2 90-degree angles here. You can walk the knees up onto your triceps. You can extend up. You can extend out. You can wiggle around and play. If you're headstanding, you got 5 more seconds of play. And we'll make our way back down, finding that little halfway lift. I'm just thinking of Bree doing this on a dock right now. That must be kind of trippy. I always feel like headstands outside freak me out a little bit. And then we'll pivot towards the back of our mat. This is our last bit. Standing split, left leg lifts up. Again, another hold or opportunity to do some upside down playtime. Okay. Let's take our left knee all the way to the outside of our right heel, and we'll come all the way down onto our butts. Okay. Left elbow is going to come cross body for our twist. Right hand is planted behind the sacrum. We're nice and tall. Looking over our right shoulder, breathing. Good. Let's counter twist over to the left. So both hands are going to come down to the ground. And then let's keep them over in that direction. We'll flex into our feet, lift our hips, spin around, and we'll land in like a wide-legged position here. Walk it forwards, step it back, down dog, or your last chaturanga if you want to take it. Nice. Now let's go all the way down to our butt at the top of our mat. You can do a jump through. And we'll make our way all the way down into our butt. Nice. So good. Everything from here on out is on our butt. Hi, Pi. Hi, baby. Okay, so we're going to work through our marichasanas. And there's a couple variations going all the way to a very advanced. We're going to try to get through 1 through 3. So in this marichasana position, left leg is going to stay extended forward, but I want you to bring your right knee into a bend. Sole of the foot is on the ground. Now you can step this right foot out a little bit wider. And I want you to try to bring your chest forward to the inside of the right leg. Sorry, Bree. I know. I'm just like, oh shit. Headstand on dog. Cool. So you're to the inside of this right leg. Now you can grab onto your left foot, or your second option here, if you're working on binds like I offered up earlier, internally rotate with the right arm, left arm wraps behind the other. Yeah? Pi, let's show them our marichasana A. Huh. Duh. So it's a lot of nice rotation through the shoulders. We're breathing. We're getting some space here. I like to think about keeping a very active opposite leg. So I'm really trying to push the back of my left knee into the earth. Good. Keep your breath. Nice. And then let's bring you all the way back up. Super simple. Let's do the other side. Right leg goes forward. Left leg comes into a bend. Good. You're sitting up nice and tall. Sometimes you need to widen out this left leg a little bit. Work to the inside. And you can just kind of have your hands on the ground. You can even reach them forward for your feet. Or if you went for the bind, my left arm is going to internally rotate so that I can reach back with my right arm and find it. Now, I usually just go for like a handshake grip. You can also find a gable grip, grabbing for wrist. Oh, yeah, that was my left shoulder that just cried. Jesus Christ. Okay. Stay with me, folks. Look at Pi's beautiful big ass. Let her ass be your inspiration. All right. Let's bring you all the way back up. And we're going to extend both of your legs long now, just for the setup. Okay. Now this will be very, very deep for the knees and will be a massive stretch for the outside of the ankle. Rebend into the left leg and try to put the outer crease of your foot into your hip crease of this right leg. Yeah. Now this can be enough as is, but that marichasana B comes with a bent right leg. So you're reintroducing it. So this is where we can be, yeah? Body can again come to the inside. The heels going into those guts. And you can recreate your bind here. Forehead going all the way down to the ground is going to create a really, wow, hi, this is my hair, is going to create a really intense stretch on this left ankle. Yeah, I'm thinking of all of you that do running all the time. I mean, this is major stuff right here. We're only here for 5. Yes, that was now my right shoulder that just cracked. Oh, Ashtanga is a bitch. I know it. All right, bring yourself all the way back up. Woo! Tap out that left foot for a second. God damn. Okay. Left leg goes back forward. So we're going to try to create that half lotus position. This is your half lotus. So right outer edge going into the hip crease of this left leg. Then here it comes. Left leg bends. Ooh. And I kind of lift my left hip off the ground to get here. You can work forwards. You can again go for these binds. Forehead down to the ground is going to give you the maximum release on that ankle. Last 5 seconds. Ooh. And then let's bring you all the way up. Ooh, lengthen out the left leg, lengthen out the right. Give it a little tap out. And then let's lean back, bend into both of your knees, and we'll go into Navasana boat pose. So feet are going to lift up off of the ground. Nice, you can reach your arms forward in front of you. You can also kick both legs up to the sky. Try to keep the core space animated and on fire. Last 3. Nice, last 2. And 1. Let's go into our Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees wide, sit up tall, and lean forward in front of you. So this Baddha Konasana release is just so nice for the outer hips. This always feels like a super safe space for me. Nice. Now let's walk you up from there. I want you to take the outsides of your knees, close them up like a book, and as slow and controlled as possible, roll all the way down onto your back. And then we'll extend these leggies up to the sky. Now you can stay here, or I'm thinking of Stephanie because she loves this one. We can go up into our shoulder stand. So we're supporting the backs of our hips just like this. I like to walk my elbows closer together. And then plow pose is another option. Feet come all the way above the head. Sometimes I release my arms. Sometimes I go for a full chest expander or even bending into the knees, yeah? So good, everyone. Let's slowly bring ourselves all the way back down. And once your legs extend all the way towards the front of your space, we're going to go into fish pose. So I like to bring my thumbs, tucking them right underneath my butt cheeks. I kind of walk them in close to each other so that they're kind of hidden too. And then I push into my forearms, lift my chest, and let the crown of my head fall back. Hi. It's a lot of opening in the front of the throat. Hi. And then let's release this fish pose. Bring the back of the head and the body to the ground. Take your arms out from underneath your body and slide both of your legs into a bent position and bring them wide around your ribs. Apanasana or happy baby. Now think about having a really neutral spine while you do this happy baby. So rounded spine, butt is lifted, neutral spine, hips are down. If that's too much with the feet, you can always hold on to other parts of your legs. I want you to take 3 more big breaths here. Now gather everything in. Your knees, your forehead to your knees. And give yourself the biggest hug. Yeah, maybe you get so close that you kiss your knees. Give me one more squeeze tight. And then release down into your Shavasana shape. Arms down, legs down. And stretches into all 4 corners. All right, darlings, take some bigger breaths here. And get some wiggles in your body, some movement. Stretching yourself out again. And however you want to get yourself up to a seated position, do that. And from that seated position, hands can be in any position you want, resting on your thighs at heart center. Maybe you need to wrap around yourself and give yourself a quick hug. Every time we drop into a physical practice like this, it is a reminder of how important it is to do self-care, to fill our cup before we attend to anything else. So know that I am so, so, so honored to guide your bodies this morning. Thanks for joining me in Pi. Namaste. Pi, say bye. Nice work, everyone. Thanks, Steph. So good to have you always. Now, next steps, drink water. Screaming feet. You're like, bitch, these aren't happy feet. Thanks, Miss Shayla. I'm inspired by you to do some kettlebell workouts today. I'm like, damn. Shayla's out here just like, curtsies. I'm like, oh, I haven't done those in a long time. Oh, Annalisa, thank you, beauty. Damn. All my fine ass friends are in here today. Yes, screaming feet. She was intense stuff. All the little small parts of our bodies deserve love too, you know? Yeah, and reach out for anything, y'all. I'll be doing Zoom class again on Wednesday night. Hopefully Kamar will be here for that. And I'm planning on adding a Friday class. But that'll happen in like a month. I'm planning on adding it in late February. All right, everyone, I'm going to sign off. So thank you for coming. And if you're watching this after the fact, thank you for taking. And I'll see y'all next time.